Hey guys, it's Neil here. I didn't have the intention for this to be much of a DIY channel, but with the recent move into a new place, I find I'm spending most of my free time around just getting the feng shui of our living space just right. On this quick hit, I'm going to do a project to hide some wiring around our family room TV and soundbar. I ended up going with the higher end cable wall access panels since this was going to be in a main area and I didn't know how visible it ended up being. And I'm always down to pick up a new tool, so I grabbed a jab saw to cut into the drywall. And with those two different things, that's pretty much all I needed. This one little optical cable and then the power cord for my soundbar was what I wanted to hide behind the wall today. I thought I was getting ahead of the game when I decided to add a couple of HDMI inputs that connected behind the wall, and then we ended up going with a TV that had some pretty great apps. Total sidebar, but the Samsung QLED is pretty awesome. I think even my wife said, I've never loved a TV before, but I love this TV. Yeah, so this is the mounting bar for the Sonos Play Bar we have set up. It only holds about 12 pounds, so I used some quick drywall mounting screws. I did mark the center, and what I presumed were stud spots for something. But in all honesty, I hung this up a couple weeks ago, and come to find out they weren't stud locations at all. Pro tip, don't assume you know what previous marks are on a job, always double check. Thankfully for this, it didn't really end up mattering. So I went ahead and made some outlines of the play bar just so I could make sure everything was hid within the lines, and then I went ahead and took off the mounting kit. I drew out where the access plate would go, and then I went ahead and popped in a screw for a handle and busted out the jab saw. I made pretty quick work of knocking out the hole. I did have some little helpers with me that made getting footage kind of difficult, and I didn't end up getting footage of the second hole getting cut, but it was basically the same. The only thing to make note of here is make sure your top and bottom hole are within the same section of studs to get whatever wires from top to bottom. If you have to go through a stud, it makes it way more complicated. Now, this particular wall was an external wall, so I had an insulation packed into it. I had to make a little makeshift cable puller. I actually used a cable cover I bought that was a bit stiff but still flexible enough to bend, and then I taped the cords on and pulled them through. Here we're looking at it with the cover on. There's still room for more cables later, and just got 2 more to go to finish this one out. These are the access plates I bought. They were $24 total, and then I got the cheap jab saw here, which was $6, so spent a total of $30. It's really not too bad considering what they charge to kind of install a lot of these cables. Some of them are easy to do, some aren't, but these weren't too bad at all, and we felt like the end result was totally worth the money and the time put into it. So let me know what you think about the quick hit format here, just little projects, showing some tips and tricks, trying to cut the fluff as much as I can. Give us a like, give us a follow, and stay tuned for more.